What's up, family? Welcome back to another episode of the Hosting Game podcast. My name is host Mo Kichi. This is,
Vita Toy.
and we are back with another episode of some hosting game, y'all. Um, let's just start it off. What you
We
just do?
start
You
with
just waving?
I just waved.
Let's start it off, y'all.
I'm crazy.
Since the last time y'all have seen us, so now a couple of things have changed. First of all, it's cold outside.
It's a whole
Cold as
nother
hell
season.
outside. It's super cold. I think the last time we seen y'all, it was warm outside. So some things have changed. A lot of things have changed, y'all. Before we really jump into the podcast, let's just talk about
What's been going
the
on?
changes. One of the major changes that we made, we closed down all of our units in North Carolina. And we also hired a team, y'all.
We did.
So for all the hosts out there who, y'all know how it go. You get in these units, you having to deal with your customers. Even though you got automated AI
All the things.
messaging, you still gotta touch bases with the people every once in a while.
Yep.
So for us, because we got so many units, it was a lot, y'all. So we hired a team of ladies who gonna help us run the show, and we moved out of Wilmington. Now you clapped on the moved out of Wilmington.
I did.
Let's talk about. Let's break it down. How do you feel about? How did you feel about moving out of Wilmington? First of all, how did you feel about going there?
Mm-hmm.
And then tell us how you feel about wrapping it up.
So I was really excited about going there. I think that I was excited because it's a touristy town.
Yeah.
And we were going to be close to the beach and we had a house on the bricks. It was really close to walking distance. So I was like just super excited because we were in such good locations that, we were going to pop. So I was super excited.
We had one good location. I ain't going to lie. So we had 2 units, y'all. We can talk about it now because we didn't move down. We can talk about it now. I ain't going to lie. I'm going to be real with y'all. Like, it's a podcast. We're going to keep it real. So initially, one of the units and we never really got a chance to talk about this like publicly, like this. But so starting out, first of all, we went to Wilmington, North Carolina. Y'all know, if you don't know, because you probably don't, because we knew, we do Airbnb in Atlanta primarily. At first, it was just Atlanta, and then we pushed it out to North Carolina so we can, touch on the tourist vibes out there. So y'all, we had a couple good options out there, but some things came up and we end up going with a particular location. Now this particular location, let me tell you, I'm from around them corners, so it's a lot of areas where I'm from that it can get a little unpredictable, especially back then. I don't know about now because I ain't there, but back then it was
raunchy.
I wouldn't say raunchy, but I would say you don't know some junk can go down at any given moment. You just don't know. And when you dealing in a hospitality business, you want to deal somewhere where it ain't no going down ever. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be in a place where it's a possibility. You want to be somewhere where it's a zero possibility. So we end up taking a chance on the location, y'all. Like, it was in an area. If you're from, Wilmington, North Carolina, it was on the east side. You know what I'm saying? And though maybe not now, it's not. Maybe it's not wild right now. We don't really know for real because thankfully we didn't
have no problems.
We didn't have no problems, but we had so many people telling us like
it was
don't
so.
Do it. Let me ask you though, because you're not from Wilmington. I'm from Wilmington. I know the areas and I know the side of town. You're not from Wilmington, so you don't really know. You kind of like everybody else.
Yeah,
and
I'm a tourist.
Yeah, you're a tourist. You don't really know. So let me ask you, what made you want to say yes?
So I was okay with moving to Wilmington because it was your hometown. Mm-hmm. And if I'm being honest, every time that I've gone there, it's been like beautiful. It's like, sunny and, so all of the like the things that you talk about, you've seen, on the news sometimes. It's like, I don't I don't see that. I went literally as a tourist, so I was really excited for real about the beaches. And I was super excited about being able to go, have a location on downtown, people walking distance. I'm thinking of the travelers. I'm not even thinking about like danger.
Yeah. That and a lot of people who visit Wilmington think that same way. That's one of the reasons why I was like, okay, yeah, this could work. It's not like we taking our business from a busy area and going to the middle of like nowhere.
Yeah.
The tourism is picking up there. It's already picked up. People travel there a lot, y'all. We got a chance to see a lot of different people traveling to that area for a lot of different reasons. But I think so. It just sounded like you just was okay with taking a risk.
Yeah, and it was, it was like, I think it was like 20 blocks from downtown. So it was like, it was,
20 blocks is a long way.
It's a long way, but you know what? A lot of our guests that we had was like, it was a nice bike ride, or it was a nice something like that. So, they didn't even, first of all,
so
know that they were like
no
over there. But they were.
Majority of them did not know that they were in this is what we call it, a development area, because this area that we're speaking of is not completely slumped out, ran down. No, this is an area where people, the community, the city, they're putting money into this area.
Yeah,
they building stuff right there. Like, it's not dying, the area, but it's what we would call a development area.
Yeah,
where it's not all the way developed to its max potential. So any development area, no matter where you are, Wilmington, Atlanta,
yeah,
it's a lot of development areas around here where if you pick not even wrong, if you pick that area too early, way ahead of the development, you just might get caught up
catch,
in something.
Yeah, you catching the beginning of it.
You catching the beginning. Oh, you catching the end. You catching the beginning
of the end.
Yeah, because it was already something going on over there. Now they coming in, they building up, they adding this, they adding that, trying to attract, people who can come and make the community a well living community. Sometimes you might just be too ahead of that. So
yeah,
definitely ended up moving on that location. Y'all,
why'd you say yes?
I said
you
yes
know what the location looked like.
I did.
Been like.
I know everything about that location.
Yeah.
And let me break it down too. We was 1 block from a neighborhood people would call a neighborhood that everybody knows as Creekwood in Wilmington, North Carolina. We were 1 block.
We around the corner.
Now let me be real with y'all. Because the way we set up and the way we do business with the listing, we pop big junk. We tell people we the best, we do it nice. We tell people ahead of time you gonna have a good time.
Yeah.
So it's no room for error when these people come. And we put a lot of expensive things in there. So we be needing to charge, like, you know what I'm saying? We can't get $40-$50 a night. You know what I'm saying? We gotta be able to recoup fees.
Yeah.
We put nice stuff in here, so we want to be able to attract people who don't mind spending the money, so they can have, nice things,
nice experience.
But it's tricky because, you willingly are taking a chance on a neighborhood, and you just gotta hope it go right. So that was my reason. I wanted to take a chance on a neighborhood. I wanted to be able to kind of give back to my community in my own way. I don't live there, and I've been gone for some time.
Yeah.
And, I spend so much of my time in and out that it's very hard for me to, like, set up anything to give back. So I thought it would be cool to be able to come, open up a portion of our business down there.
Yep.
Be able to give back to the community, because not everybody who was there was coming into town. We did have some local people who stayed with us, and it was just an overall good experience.
Yeah.
I think we got a chance to just, give back to other people too. Like the people who was watching, anybody who needed to be motivated, anything about, motivated to do anything. I think it's just motivating to see. So it was cool. I don't know nobody who've been able to do some of the things that I've been able to do. So it's good to kind of be the first sometimes to come in and just set the example. So
Yeah.
I really just wanted to set a positive example for real, and just do something different. You know what I'm saying?
And we sure did that.
That's really the gist of what I wanted to do. I wanted to do something different. I wanted to do something positive. I wanted to do something motivating. But so outside of the reason why we did it, that's why we did it. That Vita did it. We both just took a different type of opportunity for a positive reason.
Yeah.
It's other reasons too, but you know, for the purpose of the podcast, that's the reasons, right? So, y'all. First of all, we had the house that we did have was renovated in the inside, right?
Mm-hmm.
We thankfully it was renovated because it wasn't an old, you know, rundown house. Now, the house was renovated in the inside, so there was a new refrigerator, there was a new flooring, there was new
paint, dishwasher,
and there
all the
was
appliances
new dishwasher. But the house was still an old house.
Yeah.
Right? So the house had stuff in it that was updated, yes, and it was nice.
Yeah.
But the house was old, okay?
Yeah.
It's almost like painting over the bricks for, whatever.
Yeah.
So it people could still tell that it was an old house, but I think they appreciated, like, the upgrades.
Yeah.
Man, we had such a time there, y'all.
We had a hard time.
We had a hard time. We had a good time. We had a hard time. There was some bad times,
but it was mostly
there was some
good.
Really good times.
Yeah.
The good outweighed the bad. I think for the bad times, what's one of the before I say, because I don't really have one. What's one of the worst experiences you had there? And Wilmington as a whole, not just at that house. Let's just say as a whole.
I think that probably one of my worst experiences is when we got I think it was when I got two I want to give. I don't know. Okay, so one of them is that one time when we had that lady come and she seen the truck in the yard, and she said that the truck was abandoned, and now she's scared to stay, y'all. She don't want to stay at all.
Now that happened more than once. Which time you talking about?
I'm talking about the lady who was like in an uproar. She said, y'all, she basically was like, I see black people.
The one who actually didn't end up staying.
Yeah, she didn't stay.
Yes, y'all.
Yes.
So hold on, go back. So first of all, y'all, the house, like I said, once again, this unit was 1 block away from the projects. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It was 1 block away from the hood.
Yeah.
So 1 block. I'm talking about you can walk out the unit, look straight down, see the hood. Yeah. Way to the hood if you wanted to. You can shout to somebody in the hood. You ain't far. Like,
if you turn your head just right, you might see part of the hood walking down the street with you.
There. And shout out to the hood, but that's how close we was, right? And so it wasn't always gonna be perfect.
No.
When we got there, it wasn't perfect. There was a lot of stuff that we had to do.
We did.
Airbnb hosts, y'all know.
Mm-hmm. You got to make it comfortable, or don't even do it.
Don't even do it. It doesn't matter how good the inside look if the outside look crazy.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how good the outside look if the inside look crazy.
Yeah.
So you got to do both.
Mm-hmm.
Now we dealing with nature. We're not dealing with anywhere that is manicured, heavily manicured, already set up and ready to go.
Yeah.
We had to do our best to get it up to par because the certain stuff you would think like, okay, the customer got common sense, they gonna know.
They gonna just
pull
do it.
In part, they know.
Yeah.
But no, that's not how it go, y'all. The things you think people would understand on their own be the things that they just. It's like when people on vacation, all their common sense just go out
the window. Now you don't know how to function.
Now
you don't know how to unlock the door.
You don't know how to work digital locks. You don't know how to open up a microwave. You don't know how to work an oven. You don't even know how to do a thermostat.
Yeah.
So it's like when we do Airbnb, we try to make it so easy that you don't have to think.
You don't have to think.
Just read. Mm-hmm. Don't think. Just read.
Yeah.
So we had to do a lot of groundwork, literally.
Yeah.
no pun intended. We had to get out there
We
outside
was
on the
sawing,
ground.
y'all. We was sawing trees down.
Yes.
You know, Wilmington is very tree in certain
Very,
areas,
very,
and then
very
it's like near the coast, so it's like it's damp a little bit. It
wet,
just
buggy.
it's buggy. So we was
Yeah.
we was cutting trees.
So the way it's set up is when you pull into the unit,
Yeah.
it's no designated parking or cement for parking. It's
Mm-mm.
just dirt.
It's just dirt.
So when Vita speak of the trees, you have the trees like this, and they meet
Yeah.
over the dirt.
Yeah.
Right here to park. Well, the trees was down here to
Yes.
the dirt.
They was
So
when you go through the car with your car, it was like
it's
hitting
gonna
your
scrape
car.
So we
Mm-hmm.
already know. We like
Gotta get that off because we already heard the concerns.
it scraped our car.
My car got scraped.
And one thing about it, as a host, when y'all go and you're looking at these locations, let me tell you, if it's something that you complain about or your brain tick your brain, like, oh, I guarantee you it's gonna tick your customer's brain. So we had to take care of it.
Yeah.
Because the whole time we was there getting it ready, the trees was scratching our car.
They were scratching.
So there's
it.
no way we could have left with the daggone trees scratching everybody else's car. That would have been terrible, y'all. So we put in work.
We did.
We went to the Home Depot. Vita got me doing this too.
I do. It's fun.
I was not renting tools prior to marrying you, meeting you, marrying you, nothing.
Renting tools is fun. This is fun. We bobbed the builders.
No, you bobbed it.
You be there.
I'm the little helper in the back. It's like, you need the hammer?
You do get my screwdriver.
You need the ratchet? That's me. But, y'all, we put in work.
We did.
Literally, we put in so much work for this unit, y'all. We had to get the outside together. So we was out there, hands, knees, in the dirt. We had to chainsaw the trees.
Yeah.
And we had to get the extended
chainsaw.
Because the trees was up so high, some of them, to get a good cut, we had to get
Dang, I wish we recorded that. Did we record that?
Yeah, I probably got some.
Oh, man, y'all. We was out there with gloves.
It was so much work.
That was a lot of work.
But
it took us like 2 days.
So we was riding off of like pure excitement, pure like just
we were super excited.
Go. It was so much work. And people be looking at some of the stuff that me and Vita do, like, dang, y'all did all that. I be thinking that too. I don't do work. I don't like doing like man work. But this is the most man work I've ever done in my life. And we be riding off just pure like, let's just go.
Let's just do it.
And it's exciting, but so that's how we was able. It was just us. We was able to get all this stuff done in Wilmington. It was cool. It was great, but it was a lot of like pre-work. We had to cut the trees down. We
mowed the lawn. We blew the trees. We blew the leaves. We had to, it was like an area where people walk a lot, so they throwing trash in the yard. So we had to
foot traffic
debris.
Right there.
Yeah, we had to pick up we put lights. Yeah, we put lights down in the
so people could see
grass, so we could. It was dark. There's no lights out there. Was no like street lights right there. We created like a parking sign so people would see where it was. We put a light to the parking sign so people could know how to get there. I mean, we did everything, y'all, except put a big sign that said,
"This is Airbnb.
This is our Airbnb. Come here." We did everything else.
We had to do so much groundwork because the way the house, and I love this about the house. Like I said, and if I haven't said it, this was probably my favorite unit of the two. But one of the things that I think saved us a lot, I feel like, because the way the house was tucked in the back, like it wasn't right there at the curb. It was
a in
couple
the back.
feet back off the curb. So people, when they pulled up there, they was in a whole nother world. Like we knew the world that they was in. I knew the world that they was in. I was praying to God that they didn't hear a sound, not a skirt car, not a nothing. But they didn't know. Once they got in that unit and it's tucked in the back too, it's like and it's quiet, y'all.
It's quiet.
I'm so grateful how it all went, but we put in so much work. It ended up working out fine, but we did have 1 or 2 people complain.
We did.
Because a block away from the hood, so they could see. So depending on the way you come in, you might be met, with some hood shit. And
It might not even be hood
I
shit
don't
though,
even
cause
think it
there's
was.
people that walk all the time, and
Yeah,
it's not they live there.
they
There's a
do.
store on the corner.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And not
There was
everybody
like
over there was like, no, it wasn't no dangerous high
it was
energy,
none of
nothing.
that. It was
It was
none
none
of
of that.
that. It was like mad cool.
It
There was
was.
y'all. The neighbor had a rooster,
Yeah.
and the rooster would start singing at 6 o'clock in the morning every day. Like, it was a real it was a real vibe
It
because
was.
if you somewhere where a rooster can like come and wake you up in the morning, it doesn't feel like,
It don't feel
oh my
dangerous or
God, I'm in the
nothing.
city or
Yeah.
anything like that. You have no idea. You think you somewhere out in the country somewhere.
It was a whole. These people had no idea, and I'm not gonna like. We gotta be real. Like, you know, we didn't put people in danger. No, it
No,
wasn't like one of those
no.
situations. No, it was a development. It's a development area that I think is developing in a good way because if it was going backwards, we would have caught the wrath of that. We would
Yeah.
have something would have happened. Y'all, we
One
caught
more
the
block
wrath of
over.
nothing. For us to
Mm-mm.
be so close, we literally was able to like just ride it out. We got
Chill.
so many good reviews.
Yep.
People loved it. And
Loved
what's
it.
funny is this was our questionable unit, like
We were
said.
scared.
We had another unit that we were
We were
sure
sure,
would be
y'all.
5-star all the
Every
time.
time. We put so much in that one too,
We
y'all.
put a lot into that one too, y'all. But that one
Yeah.
is funny because that one is like, oh, this is a prime location.
Yeah.
That one actually was getting more
Complaints, yeah.
than the one that we thought was gonna get complaints. So it was a good experience, y'all.
It was a good experience.
I don't regret it.
Mm-mm.
I'm so glad like everything turned out. We had a couple people complain, like I said, the things inside the house was new, but we had all type of people come stay with us.
We
So
had people from Japan.
we had construction people.
We had construction workers. We
And this is
had
the thing, too.
teachers.
We had teachers. We had smart people,
Nurses.
nurses, and these people would come through. They would make comments about the house. I think one person told us like the foundation is sliding. I'm like, sir,
Relax.
it's not. It's not sliding. It might be a little because the whole house, but we ain't going nowhere. The house
we
ain't
ain't going
nowhere.
nowhere.
We're safe. So just chill.
It's not on wheels.
It was cool, but other than that, I do think that it was a good experience.
It was a good experience.
I wouldn't regret it.
Mm-mm.
And it was a
learning experience for sure.
Tell me something that you learned.
I think that I learned that I don't want an old house.
Oh,
No more,
Yeah.
never again. The other house that we had, y'all, was the, downtown house. It was old. I wanted to have one of these houses like my whole life. Like whole life, I just wanted a downtown house, old house, the porch and everything.
Peter, the reason why we got that.
This gave me everything that I wanted. But y'all, it is an old house, and you are on Airbnb. And while you think that your guests will understand, oh, this is an old house, it has the same doorknob that it had from 1876. So
Yeah.
it's going to come off.
all the time.
And we trying to keep it, so we just going to put it back on because it's the same one.
Antique.
And, the guests don't really care.
No.
They still want modern, updated, all the things. I think that I would get an older house if it was completely renovated in the inside.
Mm-hmm.
This one, the kitchen was renovated and like a couple like bathrooms and stuff like that, but it had like all the original wood, the original door, the like everything was like original. Like all the doors were the same.
Which is really dope for people who into those
old
type of
houses, yeah.
It's in a historic area of town, so this was really one of those sought after. I want to stay here areas, especially when you're traveling because it's so close to the prime spot, which is downtown.
Yeah,
you can walk. You don't have to drive. You don't even have to Uber. You can literally walk. Because you're already downtown.
Yeah.
So that was like one of the selling points.
Yeah.
That of it being a historic house on the bricks.
Yeah.
And people can walk downtown and it's safe and all of that.
And it still did good. I just think think that.
How much revenue did we do? I think it was.
I don't know. Let me check.
Yeah, I think, and this is the thing too. We didn't like. I don't know the revenue up top. We didn't bomb,
No.
but we did just enough for us to make it through the year, but not stay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there were certain things that we were supposed to do, y'all. There were certain tasks and certain things that you just supposed to do in life. And then you got to know when it's time to, like, move on. You know what I'm saying? We guaranteed flat out, if we would have did $300K in Wilmington in a year, $200K. We would have, it would have been hard for us to leave. I ain't gonna lie. We were so booked at the house we call it the MJ house, the house by Creekwood,
we were booked
the house by the
every day.
hood. That was the MJ house because we themed it as like a Michael Jordan museum. People loved it more because of that.
Yeah,
you know. But that
was the best part.
That was the best part, and I ain't gonna lie, it was hard for me to really come to terms with. We gotta let this one go.
Yeah, it was
because it was so booked. The house was booked.
It was booked
like crazy. It was booked. But y'all, just because you are booked, and this is something that you're gonna learn as you get into the business, you gotta understand and know, like, you can't just jump out here and set prices and just go.
No.
Everything that you do gotta make sense. Because even though you booked, it doesn't matter if your prices are too low.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter if your expenses are too high. You know what I'm saying? Just because you booked all the time, like, everything has to make sense. You got to be booked for the right price. You got to make sure that your expenses to operate is not too high.
Yeah.
And every time you get booked, all of your profits are just getting wiped out by these high expenses.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so we was making bread for sure, but it just wasn't enough.
It wasn't it was basically just paying for itself. It wasn't
enough. And we are used to operating at a certain level, y'all. It's kind of, and I told Vita this example too. It's kind of like certain, the Gucci store ain't gonna be in the middle of Wyoming. Because it's just like, you know what I'm saying? It might cost them more money to operate the store than, you know, the money that they gonna make or the profit. So everything ain't for everywhere, and we had to learn that. So if people asking, like, well, why did y'all leave if y'all was booked? Because we just wasn't making enough money. We couldn't charge enough. The customer type is different. When people come to Atlanta or any certain cities, they come to the city, they ready to spend
the money.
They already got thousands of dollars set aside for this.
For this thing.
And when people come to other areas in the world, sometimes it's a little...
Yeah, the customer is different for sure. It's
different.
Yeah.
So
what they expect is different. Like what they pay for and what they expect is different.
Yeah.
You know, when our customers were paying, you know, when even though, let me give an example, y'all. Even though the house was like fit 10 people, we didn't usually get a whole amount of like 10 people. You know what I mean? And we set it up so that 10 people can like comfortably like sleep there. And we got like couples, we got like
small families.
Yeah, we got like construction workers that had to stay in the, you know. And we put our sauce in there. And like, if you 7 construction workers, then you come into a 10-bedroom house, you come to sleep and then you leave and then you sleep and then you leave. They don't need like kitchen and colors and all this other stuff.
Themes.
Yeah, they didn't need all of that. So, you know, we're thinking we can charge more because we got this dope theme and all this other stuff, but you find that your customers don't even really care about it. For
Not
real.
at this location. They hear it's a different vibe. I think we just wasn't thinking about what that vibe would be. I think we're so used to creating the vibe.
Yeah.
That I think that we just didn't need to do that. We could have, for example, for the old house, we could have just left it an old house.
Yeah.
We themed it. We made it like a music.
Yeah.
Kind of like a music museum with different instruments and things in there. But we could have just left it.
We could have just left it old people.
And
house.
I think it's funny because people probably
would have appreciated it more.
But let me ask you this though. So going back to what you said.
Yes.
You said the one thing that you learned was that you don't want to do an old house
Yeah.
on Airbnb unless it's meant to be an old house. So, like the
It would
history,
need to be a historic, like it would need to have that plate on the front that says it's historic because.
like somebody used to stay here type
Mm-hmm.
thing. Okay. So what's one? So that's one thing that you learned. What's one thing that you learned after doing this that you would take back with you and do it at the units up here in Atlanta?
Um,
Anything?
I think that I would order bulk supplies. So we order bulk supplies now, but when we order them, we put enough like just for the replenishment of the unit, like for that time being, right? We keep it enough for 10 stays, so we keep that in there. When we left, I realized that I had stocked the unit so well that they didn't really need anything, and they weren't going over there, every couple days to try to fill up the units and stuff like that, because even though again we were still booked, y'all, we were still rotating and we were using stuff, and I think that I took that to Atlanta because we do order, but now we're gonna get like a storage and order in bulk so that we always have that stuff
Yeah.
there.
So instead of just ordering like a little bit more than enough, you're gonna start ordering a lot more
In
than
bulk.
a little bit
Mm-hmm.
than enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. That we when we moved back, y'all. So first of all, we did the whole lease. It was a good time. Met a lot of people. We had some bad things.
Wait a minute.
Whole lot of good things.
What before we move on to that,
What?
what's one thing that you learned before you say that?
It wasn't nothing crazy. I learned the same things you learned. But something that I really learned, like I really love doing Airbnb in Atlanta. Really good city. I realized how hard we go because we took that same go hard, we went somewhere else, and it was kind of like it could work, but this is just the wrong area.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
it gave me so much confidence to know, like, dang, it's hard enough running an Airbnb here,
Yeah.
but we took what we had here,
Yep.
and we took it like out of town
Mhm.
and had to go even harder.
Yeah.
So I learned like nothing is really impossible to do. Like the things that we was able to do, we did this for a year.
Yeah.
We wasn't back and forth to Wilmington every
Mm-mm.
month. This unit was literally running itself.
Yep.
And we didn't think that we was gonna like have to deal with all the things that we deal with, but we still made it out clean, y'all.
Yeah.
Like the listing in the hood, I think we finished with like a 493.
Yeah.
The listing downtown was like a 488.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And we doing this from 2 states over.
Yeah.
We don't have no help.
Mm-mm.
Let's be real. I'm from Wilmington. My whole family is there.
Yeah.
I had about like 1.5 people that if it went down, I could really call.
Yeah.
And be like, yo, I need you. Something is going, whatever.
Please.
That was, first of all, a surprise in itself. Because one of the main reasons why we was like, yeah, we for sure, we going to be good. We got more help there than we got help here.
Mm-hmm.
So it's never going to be a time where
we going to be running around.
No, my family is there.
Yeah.
And my family they not only there, but they like around the corner.
Around the corner.
So it was never a time. It was never gonna be an issue. So I thought, and then when things change and shit happens, and you still gotta keep going.
Yeah.
And so I'm not in a position to call nobody and depend on them for real. Like I said, it was about 1.5 peoples that we could really like depend on. So it was challenging, y'all. We was kind of like operating in the city by ourselves with a blindfold, and we was just waiting to the end of the lease so we could move around.
We did though. We found some really good help along the way.
We did, but we didn't. That wasn't the plan.
No, that wasn't
the plan. We had a plan. The plan didn't plan, but I'm not gonna say. I guess I shouldn't have said blinded because we knew exactly what we were doing.
Yeah, for sure.
But we had to take avenues that we just wasn't prepared to take.
Yeah.
So that was learning. That was a learning.
That
thing
was a
for us, too.
complete learning curve. I think that I thought we were gonna I think that I thought it was going to be like so easy in Wilmington.
I thought it was
I
too.
really thought
Yeah.
that Wilmington was gonna be like a piece of cake.
That's the real thing.
I thought Wilmington was gonna be like a breeze. Like it's
Yeah.
easy in Atlanta. We got the system down, you know.
Yeah.
So when we moved it to Wilmington, we knew that we were gonna take that same plan and implement it in Wilmington. But I think that we just thought, Wilmington is smaller, family,
Yeah.
all these things. We thought it was just going to be like a breeze. And
But that was gonna be so
y'all,
easy.
Wilmington was difficult from the day
It was a
of
challenge.
the day
It was a challenge.
from the utilities to
Everything.
the everything was
just
like
so
it was so crazy. It was
different.
so different. Small town don't always mean better because it's smaller. You think that you have more, opportunities. You have less actually, and because it's a small town, things don't run the same.
Yeah.
It was difficult from the very
It was a
beginning.
challenge. Wilmington gave us a run for our money,
Mm-hmm.
and it wasn't like it could be done. It's not
Yeah.
hard. I
No.
think it's all about what is supposed to be done, and we wasn't supposed to be there year over year over year. I think whatever our mission was, it was accomplished.
It was accomplished
within
for sure.
that year.
Mm-hmm.
We was able to go in
Yep.
there and get it done.
Yep.
It was
And now we'll
challenging.
go anywhere. I'm not scared to go
Anywhere.
in any city.
So that's my second thing,
period.
because we got our second state the second spot we want to move to another state, and one of the things that I learned in Wilmington is sometimes less is more, meaning if we're gonna go and make this move and we're gonna operate this business 2 states over, I might not get a big house.
No.
I might get 2 1-bedrooms.
Yeah.
Because it's easier to manage. So many things go wrong when you're not there.
Yeah.
Everything go right when you close.
Mm-hmm.
We in Atlanta, everything goes right here. The minute we leave, everything go wrong.
Everything.
And it's easier for things to go wrong in a 1-bedroom than it is to go wrong in a 5-bedroom. It's easier for your cleaner to quit on you in a 1-bedroom and quit on you in a 5-bedroom. It's easier, for animals, dogs. We was up against so many different factors, being that we had this really big house.
Yeah.
And we so far away. I think for me, I would get less.
Yeah.
1-bedrooms for sure.
Yeah.
I'll get a house for every 4 1-bedrooms I get.
Yeah. That's a good idea. I like that plan. I think that I think it's a good idea. I think that it is a more manageable experience. I think that the turnover is probably greater.
Yeah.
You get a lot of like couples and stuff like that. It's
Yes.
just a, it's a more manageable situation for sure.
Definitely. And managing, I think, is the most important part when you out of town.
Yeah.
I've had people ask how my opinion on doing Airbnb from a distance. You can do it for sure. Anybody can do it, but whatever you do in town, you're gonna have to do a little bit more out of town.
Yeah.
Because it's just that it's what it is, and you want to go to these places and you want to make sure you fill out the area before you just go.
Yeah.
Because your vibe might not be the vibe. You want to make sure you come in, make your bread. You don't want to waste your time.
And y'all, if I would one most important thing is to get a good team. You got to have a good team on the ground. Because if you don't have a good team, then when that one thing go wrong, what you going to do? You going to drive 6 hours to go or hop on a plane?
Yeah. Can't do it every time.
No, not every time. It's really crazy. So, I think that building a good team is something that I would take away. If you want to do a unit out of town, get you a good team. The cleaner is the most important. Super duper important. Make sure before you leave, you watch them clean at least 2-3 times.
Yes. Because you don't want them to clean good the first time, and then you leave, get back on the highway, And now every other customer after is telling you how it's dog hair, it's this, it's that.
All
And
the
we had
things.
good cleaners, y'all.
We did.
Like I said, we had a lot of things go right
Yeah.
for us.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of things did not go wrong. A lot of things went right. It was just things that we weren't expecting to even be
go
a thing.
through.
You know, we
Mm-hmm.
didn't plan for the city to tell us that we can't have more than one house under the same.
Under the same
we
business.
can't have an what is it? The electricity,
the water.
the water bill under the same business. We like what?
What is
business?
I'm like,
though.
what does Target do? That's a different thing, and it's like, but what?
How is it different?
I'm confused.
But it's like that, even stuff like that, you know, because how did you had to end up maneuvering around that, and like, because we gotta have water.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And thankfully, we got more than one business. But it's like, what if we, you know, it's just like, what if we didn't?
What if we didn't?
It was just so many things, y'all, that happened. We didn't expect them to happen. I'm glad they happened.
I am too.
I'm glad
it got me prepared. You know what's really crazy is that the first time we had so many issues, y'all. The second time we opened, because we didn't open them at the same exact time,
right.
So they were like a month apart. And when we opened the second one, we were so much more prepared for the second one because we had all of the issues with the first one. So like when we came back, we were like, okay, we know that we need to have all our stuff ordered before we get down there. We knew that, you know, we needed to find the painter, you know, before we got there because, you know, we just didn't think we was even gonna have to find them for real. We thought, you know,
it was challenging.
It was
even that stuff.
Yeah, it was challenging.
Finding people. The vendors situation was a little bit different, and thankfully we were able to find vendors. Like I said, it wasn't all bad.
No,
but it was the biggest learning experience, and it's funny because we went down there thinking that we was gonna be a help to the community and try to, you know, give back and, you know, get y'all, these cleaners is making bank. And so if we didn't do nothing, we gave back to them.
We did.
Because that unit was getting bust down, and every time they came to clean, they was getting $100-something.
Yeah.
And it was getting bust down sometimes 5 times a week.
Yeah.
So they were getting a coin. But I think all in all, man, I feel like it was a good experience. I
feel like it was successful.
It was successful. It was successful because we went down there thinking that we was going to be doing stuff for other people and giving other people opportunity to get involved in something that could be great. And instead, we learned so much for our own selves that was just invaluable. I'm thinking that I'm going to help somebody. I'm really going down there to help my damn self.
Yourself.
I just didn't know it. So I learned so much.
Yeah.
It was a really good experience. But we are officially moved out of Wilmington, so
bye.
We went down there. We drove down there like backside of the night, y'all. Got down there, we drove. We got the U-Haul down there. And then, whoa, this is the second time. Yes. The first time I was able to pretty much give away all my stuff for free. Boom, The second house we had to go move out of, we drove down there.
In a U-Haul?
No, we didn't drive
No, we picked up the U-Haul there. That's right.
We drove down there in a truck.
Yeah.
And we picked up the U-Haul in Wilmington.
Yes.
We packed up that whole big ass house.
Yeah, we did.
The whole thing. Me and Vita. Just us. Just us. Packed up that whole house, y'all. I'm talking about the beds and everything. Everything had to come back with us because we had a plan for it. And we drove that trunk back to Atlanta.
Yeah.
We did this in like 2 days.
We did 2 days.
We did this in like 2 days. And we was running off of, it was excitement. It was the same excitement
that when we got there.
To get there. Like, it was the same excitement because it was just like, you know, sometimes it's fun to be done with stuff sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
It's not always a bad thing to like close something or, you know, restart something. Sometimes it's like better. It makes you feel better. And then you come in, you know, it's crazy because I feel like you like, you know, you are like closing with a whole different like set of eyes. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Yes. You seeing everything clearer and differently. And you know what I'm saying? I think that the level of success that I like felt when we left was like pumping me. It made me like so ready, y'all. I immediately was like, how many more units we gotta get when we come here for these? This one's 2 more units, and you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
it
It
was
just
like
is motivating.
it was empowering for real.
It was. I can't believe we did it. I I'm a doer, but it's just some stuff I just don't want to do, and
You be doing with
I
me?
did it. I do. I do it. You, the reason why we do so much, no, do too much, but I have to do a lot in my life. That's just what it is because I got work. But normally, me, I would not be looking forward to moving that house. But when we got there, we had a plan, y'all. We hit the ground and we moved out this big ass house. This house is big as hell.
2 stories.
It's really wide, but we got all of our stuff, y'all. We was able to give away a lot of stuff too because let's be real. We packed up our truck that we drove down there in and a whole case U-Haul from the front to the back.
To the back. Yeah.
And we still had like some stuff left over that we just absolutely could not take, y'all. And so we already kind of knew that.
Yeah.
So we just
gave it away.
We just had to donate it. It's like I don't even want don't even pay for it. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Come get this, please.
Come get it.
And we do this all the time. Every time we have like any type of move or we something whatever,
something we don't need,
we
and
give
it was
away
not broken.
It's brand new. I gotta think about it. Some of these units, it was times where I know the big house because we had such a big ass house. It was times where we didn't get a guest for like 7 days, which is abnormal for us. So a lot of this, and then too, like Vita was saying, a lot of the times the house wasn't being filled up. So there was beds and couches and stuff that just wasn't being used. It wasn't being, you know what I'm saying, all the time. So we got to give away like
a couch, a chair, bed,
a lot of stuff, y'all. I do appreciate everything that we learned doing the Wilmington move. It was exciting. It was fun. It was tiring. Blood, sweat, and tears, y'all.
Yeah.
For real. But this is like the first time we had like opportunity to talk about it.
Yeah.
I really wasn't planning on talking about it this long, but it was so many lessons.
It was so many lessons. I think it was a must talk about.
It was so many lessons, and I'm just grateful that we got opportunity to learn those lessons. I'm also grateful that we got an opportunity to recognize. Because sometimes you can go through things in life and you don't even recognize like the lesson, the point, the purpose of nothing. You just going through life. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad we got a chance to really not only go through the lessons and get through them, but also understand like what they mean so we can grow.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't all about us just coming there and doing this. You know what I'm saying? We had our intentions were way beyond just that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We had like real pure intentions, and yeah, we got up out of there, y'all. We was
out of there.
In and out. We moved all of our stuff back. We cut off everything.
Everything.
Water.
Take it back. Come get this small trash can you gave us, even though we asked for a large one.
Everything. We made out good. We don't owe nobody no money. We don't owe no landlords. Everybody got what they were supposed to get. And let me tell you too, because it was a lot of financial wins in this too. Like I said, cleaners, money. Landlords, their price was their price, and that's what they said. So based on what we were paying, I feel like they made out pretty good well.
Too.
The house was not a mess.
Yeah,
you gotta understand.
We put all the stuff back together.
Everything was back.
We repainted
and if
everything.
It wasn't back. It got put back because we paid for it to get put back. We hired a professional painter to come paint both locations because me and Vita went in here ready to paint on the startup.
Yeah.
But we weren't trying to do that on the exit.
No.
We had to hire painters. We had to hire people, y'all. We had to put people in position to come and put these houses back in order because we had to go.
Yeah.
We couldn't stay the whole time. So it was a lot of moving parts. I think we spent like maybe $2,000 moving. How much did we spend?
Probably about that, yeah.
It cost us about $2,000 to get all our stuff back here, and it was worth every $1,000 because we had nice stuff.
We did have nice stuff. It was worth it. It was. I wasn't mad about the move. It was tiring and stuff like that, but it was worth it. It was super worth it.
So the move is done.
The move is done.
We back here in Atlanta. We learned so much about Airbnb, about um, just being a person, being a human. It, it. There were so many lessons in this that I think it was priceless. We wouldn't have been able to learn these things in no other way.
No.
And in
Mm-mm.
business, you gotta learn. You gotta learn fast. You gotta catch on. You gotta learn because you're gonna keep making the same mistakes and it's gonna cost you.
Every
Like I said, if
time.
we would have renewed the lease, it's like we had already got what we needed to get out of the situation. So I am
Mm-hmm.
grateful for that.
Yeah.
So that was a big update, y'all. I guess
That was a big update.
I guess this one was about just our
Us.
big update. Just
Yeah.
the things that we learned and the L that we had to take, and L's is not losses but lessons. The lessons that we had to take on so we can get to the next level. We did it.
We did.
And
We could do it again. Not the
not there
same
though.
things,
Not there.
but you can see what was like not
We will
not
do
the
it again.
same.
We will actually do it again. But we're gonna come with a different bat.
Yeah.
And some different gloves, and we're gonna be
And
able
different
to play
eyes.
different eyes and everything, and the game is gonna be played much differently.
Yeah.
So, like Vita said, did you tell her how much we made for the year?
53,000. What?
That ain't right. We made for the whole. I think it was like
What are you talking about? For the no, you told
Wilmington.
me
For the
for as a whole. You
as a
told me
whole.
just the house. Oh, okay, hold
No,
on.
as a whole,
Hold
just
on.
the both. So both locations, I think it was like
Hold
right
on.
under 100K.
I got you together.
We didn't quite do 100K. Not saying that we was trying to do 100K, but obviously we in this to
Shoot
make money.
for the stars.
Right, we're not in here to
$84,750.40.
So we did 84. So right up under 100K. So,
That was beautiful.
It's a little bit on the low side, but I'm grateful for everything that we got out of it. We could have went down that bitch, make it 0.
You know what though? If you think about it, I feel like it's like on the higher side. Based off of like our numbers and what we charged and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think it was, you know.
I'm not gonna complain. It could have been 0.
It could have been
I'm
0,
grateful.
y'all.
That's a lot, But as you,
As
the
you
bar
grow.
always is moving. So
Yeah.
we gonna move. We just gotta move the bar again.
Yeah.
Get prepared. I don't stick on like certain things. I know a lot of times we talk about all of our accomplishments, but we don't hold on to these accomplishments. They be here and gone.
And gone.
Like we'll tell somebody about something, and we have to literally move on. I can't hold on to the fact that we did 84,000 in Wilmington because I'm too focused on going somewhere else and doing 150,000. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it was still a good. All in all, it was good. I think that Vita learned a lot. I learned a lot. We learned a lot, and now we just take this with us.
So what's the next city you want to go to?
Tennessee.
Oh, is that the next
Knoxville.
one?
Let's go to Knoxville.
Nashville?
Nashville. Am I talking about Knoxville or Nashville?
Nashville.
Wait.
For sure. Nashville is where we went.
Music City.
Mm-hmm.
So what's Knoxville?
Not Nashville.
Nashville. We're going to go to Nashville. Nashville is always on. That's something that we learned going to Wilmington.
Yeah.
Wilmington is a seasonal location because it's at the beach. So if we're going to go out of town, we got to go where it's always on. The lights never turn off.
Yeah.
Always on. It's never dark. Party is always going because that means the flights is always going. And the tourism is always going.
Always moving.
You're always booked. So no slow season time. Even though we made out pretty decent in Wilmington for the slow season, by the time we got to the slow season, our house was
bumping
through the algorithm.
I think that if you do seasonal, because it ain't for, some people can do seasonal. If you do seasonal, I would do, I would get a location that is like so attractive to tourists that when they do come and it's off season, they gonna come stay at your house. So like in Wilmington, we was like near, a river. I would be near the river, on the river, or on the beach.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I would be like on something.
Yeah.
if if we did seasonal again.
Yeah, that's major.
Hmm.
Seasonal locations. Make sure if you're doing a seasonal spot, make sure your spot that spot is like hot to the point where people gonna want to come, even when the season is not in.
Yeah.
So that's something that we learn. We're gonna definitely take with us when you're going out of town. Hit them spots that's always on, because you always want to be on. It's easier for you to deal with a seasonal location if you live there.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You
That
might be
too.
able to manage it better.
Hmm.
But yeah, let's go to Nashville.
All right,
We're gonna
let's
go to Nashville, y'all.
go.
We're gonna go to Nashville. Man, I don't know. Now, we got a lot of in between work to do. So it could be
Nashville
Florida.
2026.
We could go to Florida instead of Tennessee first.
You know, I always wanted a house in Florida.
Yeah.
But my always once turned into that big ass house that we had in Wilmington.
It is the reason, y'all. She's the reason why we was in a goddamn king castle with the white people. But it was an amazing opportunity. I'm glad. I'm very grateful that everything just went the way it went. I wouldn't change it for nothing.
Mm-mm.
And I don't want to do it again. But
No.
I'm grateful for it, and we just gonna keep pushing on. I hope everybody had an opportunity to learn from our story.
Yeah.
And what we went through, a little bit about some of the adversities that we faced in Wilmington.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know we got through it because we sitting right here in front of y'all. Like, we ain't on camera telling y'all nothing bad. We're telling y'all truths. So, you know, we obviously was able to make it through these things, and I hope that I hope the story and us sharing it was able to help somebody who too might be going through something they think is challenging.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they just need a little bit of encouragement to get through and keep going.
Yeah.
We couldn't quit, y'all.
No.
We had leases.
As
many times as we wanted to be like,
bye,
throw it up in the air, we had to keep going.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope that this motivates somebody. To A, keep going, and B, pay attention. Learn what you're going to learn. If you're going to do something, pay attention so you can learn what you're going to learn.
Mm-hmm.
And then take what you learn and try to be better the next day.
And pivot, y'all. Learn how to pivot. This was like, I think that was one of the biggest things. So make sure that you learn how to pivot in your business. Because sometimes you're going to have to make that move. It's not going to always go the way you wanted it to go.
Facts. As a matter of fact, it's never going to go the way you wanted it to go. But it can always still go a good way.
Yeah.
But it's probably never going to go the way that you think. So you always got to plan for the unplannable, plan for the unthinkable, and put your head down. Just go hard.
Go hard in the paint.
All right, y'all. Until next time, hope y'all enjoyed the podcast. Again, this is the Hosting Game Podcast. My name is host Mokichi. This is
Vita Toy.
And we'll catch y'all on the next episode.
Bye, y'all.
Man, watch out.